I'm going to continue my reading here, and what I'm doing in this series is I'm reading through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order according to events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a little bit as I go along. I have read up to and through the Exodus of the Israelites from Egypt. I am now in the book of Job. So, this is Job chapter 10. Job is weary of life. He expostulates with God about his afflictions. Why hast thou brought me forth out of the womb, he asks. So, my soul is weary of my life. I will leave my complaint upon myself. I will seek in the bitterness of my soul. I will say unto God, do not condemn me. Shew me wherefore thou contendest with me. Is it good unto thee that thou shouldest oppress, that thou shouldest despise the work of thine hands, and shine upon the counsel of the wicked? Hast thou eyes of flesh, or seest thou as man seeth? Are thy days as the days of man? Are thy years as man's days? That thou inquirest after mine iniquity, and searchest after my sin? Thou knowest that I am not wicked, and there is none that can deliver out of thine hand. Thine hands have made me, and fashioned me together round about, yet thou dost destroy me. Remember, I beseech thee, that thou hast made me as the clay, and wilt thou bring me into dust again? Hast thou not poured me out as milk, and curdled me like cheese? Thou hast clothed me with skin and flesh, and hast fenced me with bones and sinews. Thou hast granted me life and favor, and thy visitation hath preserved my spirit. And these things hast thou hid in thine heart. I know that this is with thee. If I sin, then thou markest me. If I sin, then thou markest me, and thou wilt not acquit me from mine iniquity. If I be wicked, woe unto me. And if I be righteous, yet will I not lift up my head. I am full of confusion. Therefore see thou mine affliction, for it increaseth. Thou huntest me as a fierce lion, and again thou shewest thyself marvelous upon me. Thou renewest thy witness against me, and increasest thine indignation upon me. Changes and war are against me. Wherefore then hast thou brought me forth out of the womb? Oh, that I had given up the ghost, and no eye had seen me. I should have been as though I had not been. I should have been carried from the womb to the grave. Are not my days few? Cease then, and let me alone, that I may take comfort a little. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. A land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness. This is now, again, we have 2 chapters here from Job. Chapter 9 is Job's response to Bildad, and now he is again speaking directly to God. And he's saying, I know you made me, but did you have to make me suffer? Did you have to turn against me like this? What did I do? If I have wickedness in me, if I've committed iniquity, then let me know. Just explain it to me. I love that. He even states there, I am full of confusion. And he again reiterates, it would have been better if I had just died at birth. And he even says, my days are few. See, I think Job's not just talking about, earlier Bildad mentioned that they were as a shadow compared to previous generations, right? But Job here is saying that he's not an old man yet. He's still relatively young. He's probably at this time in his 60s, maybe 70s. He hasn't lived long. But with this suffering, he also mentioned that he said it before in chapter 7 as well. that his days are swift. They pass away. And he's saying it's just suffering. Day after day, nothing else. So, man, you can really feel Job's suffering in this book. When you read his lamentations and what he says directly to God, you can really feel how much this man suffered. I'll never understand his suffering. I don't think any of us will truly understand. His suffering was so great. As I say, I think Christ is the only one who suffered more. And unless you have experienced that level of suffering, you can't understand.